Welcome insiders to Tech Inside, I'm your host Eric. On today's video we're taking a look at my $1,000 Hackintosh and seeing how it performs. So if you're interested in seeing all these specs and my entire build, click the link down below, I'll show you all the parts. But if you're here for just the performance, well, keep watching. So we're going to first start with a shutdown test, so let's do that right now. 8.3 seconds. Now let's do a boot up test. Now I've already turned on the computer, so past the motherboard's BIOS and all that, and now it's on the screen where I can choose Windows or Mac OS X, and I'm obviously going to choose Mac OS X for this video because we're comparing the Hackintosh performance. So let's do that now. For everything to load up, it was only 13.1 seconds. So another way to test a computer is benchmarking. So we're going to start off with Geekbench. Now I ran Geekbench, and unfortunately I don't have the 64-bit version, so I only could do a 32-bit version, and on the 32-bit version, I got a score of 10,755. To me, that's the best computer I've owned, so I can't complain with that score. Moving on now to Cinebench, there's two benchmarks you can do, the CPU test and the OpenGL test. The OpenGL test will test your graphic card, and I got an 82.87 frames per second. And on the CPU side, I got a score of 555 CB. Not exactly sure what the CB stands for though. Moving on, let's do some benchmarks of my hard drive, my main hard drive, which actually is an SSD. I used Blackmagic to speed test for this. After running these speed tests many times, I got around 150 to 160 megabytes per second on the read side, which honestly isn't that impressive. I did expect more, like around 300. Anyway though, looking on the right side, I got around 450 to 500 megabytes per second, which is pretty good. All the benchmarks aside, let's take a look at a practical application for this computer. Video editing. I edit in Final Cut Pro X, and opening up, it opens up pretty fast, and then I can just edit around, and there's really no delay at all. Everything is really smooth, all my clips play really nicely, it's all smooth and just fast and reliable. The only times I ever have a real problem with like Final Cut Pro X while editing is that when I use up basically all the RAM, which Final Cut Pro is a really heavy RAM usage application. And right now I only have around 8 gigabytes of RAM, so if I upgrade to like 16, I should be okay. Overall, that's the performance of the Hackintosh. It does a pretty great job. It's really fast, really reliable, and it can even play video games, but you're gonna have to wait on that. I'm gonna be doing some more videos on the actual graphic card on the computer. I'll be booting up into Windows, and we can take a look at how the graphic card performs in a later video. Anyway, the Hackintosh performs great, really fast, reliable, edits in like 1080p perfectly fine. Anyway, that's the video for today. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Also, if you want to see anything else with the Hackintosh, let me know also. And with you guys, my name's Eric, this is Tech Inside, and I'm signing out.